Greetings, Auto Subs, VideoJames, and we're back with Would You Rather. Been ages since I played this, and I figured that since I kind of have limited time for recording today and basically getting anything else done, that I might as well do this. So, first question we got is, would you either have a first edition holographic Charizard or get $20? Now, see, for me, that's an easy answer because I know how much a first edition holographic Charizard is worth. That's actually worth a lot of money. I know it's definitely worth more than $20, but I'd have to trade it in and find someone willing to pay the amount of money, and that could take a while, whereas I could get $20 instantly and just be able to use it for anything I need to or anything I want to. So I'm probably going to go with the $20. Because I don't necessarily collect Pokemon cards, so I wouldn't really see the point of getting a holographic Charizard because I just get rid of it the first chance I get. Would you rather constantly stumble when walking or constantly stutter when speaking? See, that's a tough one. Stuttering, how bad is it? Because if the stuttering's bad, then, well, it says constantly, so I guess constantly. But, I mean, people can still, this is something that people don't know about stuttering, is people can understand you when you're stuttering, it just takes a while to get a sentence done. And it can get annoying at times, but people who actually care about you and don't care about flaws will be able to put up with it, and they'll just be able to keep being your friends. Constantly stumbling when walking, now that could be dangerous, because you could fall down when you're in a dangerous spot, or you could stumble when you're walking in the middle of the road to try and get across, and you could actually get hit by a car. So I'm probably going to go with the stuttering, because that's going to have almost no harm. Really. People would rather constantly stumble when walking. Okay, I guess people don't want to be associated with stuttering. If you had to pick a disease, would you rather be a leper or be a midget? What is a leper? I have no clue. I mean, I kinda wouldn't really oppose being a midget, because then I would be smaller and I'd be able to get into smaller spaces. I wouldn't be tall, but my current height that I am right now isn't really anything to brag about. I think it's only like 5'11". So, being a midget just means be a little bit shorter. You know what? I'm just gonna skip this question, cause no, I'm gonna be a midget. I don't really consider that a disease, though. I consider that a personality quirk, not a disease. Because, that makes it sound like it's something bad. Would you rather drink milk for the rest of your life or drink orange juice for the rest of your life? Does it say all the time? Well, the little description says you can eat cereal and drink orange juice. So I'm guessing that means you can put cereal and orange juice in the same bowl, which I personally have never tried, but it honestly sounds enticing enough to actually try sometime. But drinking orange juice for the rest of your life or drinking milk for the rest of your life? Well, milk helps you grow. Milk gives you them strong bones. But the orange juice gives you vitamins. Plus, orange juice tastes like Sunny D, and Sunny D is basically a hyped up version of orange juice, so I'm probably gonna go orange juice. Yeah, more people would rather drink orange juice. And milk has, that really bland taste. That's why I didn't choose milk, because milk has, that really bland, thick taste to it that I really don't like. Would you rather be a faster swimmer than Michael Phelps in his prime, or be a faster sprinter than Usain Bolt in his prime? Ooh, I'd say probably Usain Bolt, because then I could probably never be late for anything that's on land, and I could actually get over a lot of places a lot faster. But faster swimmer would only really apply in the ocean, and honestly, that would kind of take the fun out of swimming, because if you're swimming in a swimming pool, you got a confined space, but if you're in, the ocean, then you just got this massive expanse that you could end up going too far in. So, I don't know, I'd probably go with a faster sprinter. Yeah, a lot of people go for faster sprinter. Swimming is great, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't want to be a faster swimmer opposed to a faster runner. Would you rather snort ghost chili juice? I know what that is not fun. Okay. For any of you who've never had a ghost chili, it burns even touching your mouth. So, imagine putting a ghost chili in your mouth, it burning you, going down your throat, and then you snorting up the juices from that pepper out of your nose and burning your nose. Because ghost chilies burn your nose and your mouth simultaneously already. But snorting that is bad because that's going in your nose. That's going up through your receptors. And snorting liquid nitrogen, yeah, no, that's instant death. That is instant death. 'Cause liquid nitrogen would instantly freeze you. I'd rather do the ghost chilies. Yeah, the description says either way your chances of living are slim. Yeah, thanks, game. Give me something more likely to die. Would you rather be sucked into Terraria or sucked into Minecraft? Because then I can at least have 3 dimensions. Terraria is only 2-dimensional. A lot of people would rather choose Minecraft. Probably not for the reason I chose it. Would you rather always be overdressed or underdressed? Oh, how underdressed are we talking about? Because usually my fancy, when it's not somewhere like extremely important, my fancy is usually a flannel, something underneath said flannel, and then jeans. But I guess when it says overdressed, it's talking about like a suit and tie and all that all the time, and underdressed would be like a t-shirt and jeans or something like that. But honestly, wearing a suit makes you incredibly hot, incredibly fast. So I would probably go with always be underdressed. Because at least then I'll have the basics, I'll have the essentials. Would you rather die from hypothermia or die from hyperthermia? Okay, so it's a case of die from cold or die from heat. Well, this is basically like that question where it's like, would you rather freeze to death or would you rather burn to death? I would probably say cold, because when you freeze, and you freeze to death, it slows down everything in your body, and it's like putting you into sleep, and it's putting you into like a deep, deep sleep state, but it's more permanent. Whereas with heat, it's very painful, and it still goes on for the same amount of time. But cold kind of numbs everything, and it kind of makes it to where you can't really feel anything, and then by the end of it, you're just kind of in that state where you're just frozen, and you're basically asleep already. But dying from heat is not something I would want to do. I'd rather die from hypothermia. This is the death edition of Would You Rather. Every question I've gotten has been like death. Would you rather travel the world confined to a wheelchair or spend your whole life in the same 200 miles radius? See, here's the thing. I know I've been outside 200 miles, so I can't really choose that one. But traveling the world confined to a wheelchair kinda wouldn't exactly work, because then you wouldn't really get to see every place in the world, because a lot of it is it's kinda blocked to people in wheelchairs, that a lot of sightseeing places and all that kinda don't allow much for wheelchair exploration, to put it in a way. But spending your whole life in the same 200 miles radius, then you'd basically get nowhere in your life. Then you'd basically get nowhere and you wouldn't really see anything. I'd probably say travel in a wheelchair. Just because I can still see a lot of places, and spending my same life in the 200 miles radius, probably not a good idea. Would you rather kill 5 innocent children yourself? It would end all bloodshed in the Middle East for 25 years, or have ongoing wars, terrorism, and fighting in the Middle East. Oh, game, why are you asking me this question? See, either way, the war is gonna come back. Either way, the war is gonna come back. And killing 5 innocent children is basically the equivalent of slaughtering an army. That the moral ground on that is basically about as shaky as an earthquake. But having the ongoing war, innocent children would probably die anyway, and it would kill a lot more. Oh, why is this game giving me the hard decisions? If we have the ongoing wars, it doesn't say for how long. It doesn't say for how long, because the wars fighting terrorism in the Middle East have been going on for a long time, and it's actually the longest running war, I think, and we have no clue how long it's still going to go on. It could end tomorrow, or it could end years from now, but ending the feud for 25 years, that might not fix anything. That all bloodshed in the Middle East, okay, in the Middle East, but terrorism is everywhere. Terrorism happens in every part of the country, and every part of the world. It happens a lot in America. It happens a lot in France, apparently. They love to target France. Yeah, neither of these would do anything. I'm just gonna go with the have ongoing wars, because neither of those quite do anything good. 60% of people would rather kill 5 innocent children? Wow, okay. Would you rather always dress like royalty or always dress like a pimp? See, now pimps get that bling money, but royalty looks fancy as frick, boy. How royal are we talking? Because if it's like a king, then, I mean, kings don't really wear that much. They just wear, like, that little thing underneath their suit, and then a suit, and that little cape. And I think the Queen doesn't actually wear that much either. Like, the Queen of England doesn't really wear a lot of fancy stuff, but she does wear really fancy stuff. That it's not like it's not the fancy amount, it's the fancy quality. That her amount of fancy clothes is not what you see usually. But I would rather say always dress like royalty, because at least then I would look nice while trying to look shiny. If you were to bet your single life savings on a single roulette spin, would you rather bet it all on black or bet it all on red? Black. That's why they made that movie, Bet It All on Black. If you and a sibling are kidnapped, would you rather live and let your sibling die, or die to save your sibling? Oh, well, crap, game. You need to stop doing this. Stop giving me the hard decisions. This is basically no sacrifice, no victory. Or all sacrifice, no victory, I should say. Crap. See, if I say live and let my sibling die, that would make me look incredibly selfish, and I definitely am not selfish. But dying to save my sibling kinda seems not good. I mean, saving him, don't get me wrong, seems good, but dying for it doesn't seem good, because either way, either one of these options is going to cause pain for the hypothetical parents. So I would probably say die to save your sibling, because at least then I could die doing something good. Would you rather listen to only old Broadway musical songs or listen to only Christmas music? I honestly don't like the old Broadway songs, and Christmas music, with how much of it there is, and how much is actually attributed to Christmas, then you can actually get a wide array of music. That you got pentatonics, you got the actual Christmas songs, you get the original Christmas songs, like Rudolph and, Frosty the Snowman. I had to think of that one for a minute. But I'd rather listen to only Christmas music. Would you rather control your dreams or watch them the next day? What do you mean by watch them the next day? Because do you mean, like, I wake up and I watch them on, like, a TV? Or I wake up and they're, like, on another dream that I have it that night, and then I can just watch them there? Because if I choose that one, and it ends up being me watching my dreams inside of a dream, then every dream would just basically end up being the same thing, and I'd just be watching myself, watching a TV, watching a TV, watching a TV. But I would probably go with the control my dreams, because at least then I can have, like, a positive influence on them, and I can have fun in them. Would you rather fight Jackie Chan or fight Jet Li? Jackie Chan. Honestly, I'd rather fight Jackie Chan. Either way, I'm getting my rear end handed to me, so I might as well go with Jackie Chan. If you had kids, would you rather regurgitate food to feed them, or lick your children to bathe them? Oh, this is the animal question. Because see, regurgitating food to feed them would basically just be spitting bile back into their throats, and then just make them absolutely sick and malnutritioned. But licking your children to bathe them, that could go into some unexplored territory. That could be a little bit of jail time for you if you did that. So, given the option, I would probably get out of the lick your children to bathe them faster, because I'd probably get arrested a lot faster. And this doesn't say, like, I would be whatever species does this. So, I'm pretty sure I'd get arrested, so probably this. I was wrong by an overwhelming amount. Apparently people would rather spit bile back at their kids. Would you rather be a prince/princess or be a mermaid/merman? Well, if I were like Neptune from Ruby, then I wouldn't be able to go near water, and I would be a complete source of irony. But I have a feeling you're talking about like Ariel from Little Mermaid, so honestly, prince or princess. Because that doesn't always mean entitlement. Princes or princesses can get absolutely stripped of all their titles in like 5 seconds. Alright, last question. Would you rather live in a homeless shelter with internet access, or live in an amazing home isolated from any outside contact? Oh, that'd be bad. Any outside contact. That would mean no cell phone either. And probably no television either, because then you'd be so far out of contact that the telephone lines wouldn't really be able to reach. Honestly, I would probably say the homeless shelter, because I'd still have a home, I'd still have a place to live, and I would have internet access, so I would be able to not only watch YouTube, but most likely be able to call all people I need to with like Messenger and Facebook and all that, so probably the live in the homeless shelter one. I mean, living in an amazing home, don't get me wrong, does sound nice. And when people think of isolated from any outside contact, usually they think of like abandoned forests or old log cabins or the old creepy mansions. But if you end up getting the last of those options, it could not be the best thing that you want. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm going to leave this episode of Would You Rather here. I really am glad that I got back to this game. It's been a long time since I got back to this. I don't know when this video will go up, because I do have to go somewhere today, which may mean I won't get the time to edit. But I will try and get it up today. I will definitely get it up today if I can try. But I'm so glad I finally got to play Would You Rather again. I really have been wanting to play it for a while, and I finally got just a sliver of time that I had, so I finally got my chance. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. If you guys liked it, you can slap the like button as always, and I will see all you beautiful people in the next video.